Hey everybody, how are you guys doing today? I am doing just great. It has been an awesome day, and I'm sure it'll be an even better day for Rich Guy 66 because happy birthday today is your birthday. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day and you enjoy this video as well. Now, if anyone else would like to make a birthday request of their own, you can definitely do so by all means, but most importantly, you have to submit it at least 1 month before your birthday. And of course, to get the whole request right, you gotta watch the video in the description below. There is a link to it and it explains how to make a proper birthday request and just a normal suggestion as well, like with the variations of Snot Rod that I did over the weekend, and of course Nick stickers as well. I've done 2 so far. I'm going to try to do at least 1 per week, and so far I'm doing just that. So anyways guys, let's dive right into the review of this awesome Mater the Greater 3-pack. Now, this 3-pack came out last year, 2016, and was a Walmart exclusive for the United States. I think over in the United Kingdom, some people may have been able to find it at Asda stores because in the United Kingdom, that is pretty much the equivalent of Walmart, but I'm not entirely sure for other countries. For example, Australia, because they have neither Walmart or Asda, but I'm pretty sure people in Canada and Mexico were able to find this because there are Walmarts there, and that's the extent of my knowledge. In all essence, I hope you got this pack if you want to. If you weren't able to find it, then maybe you can try eBay or Amazon online because I don't think the prices are too bad. Definitely not that much more expensive than in a store, which would be around $16. Now, I was super excited to get this pack last year because I do not have that metal diecast Mater the Greater. I only have the plastic version from a playset back in 2010. Now, why you ask I never got that one? Well, it was actually super hard to get. I believe it was only available in a 4-pack and might have been available in 2 4-packs, but that was it. He did not get a single deluxe release like, for example, Cannonball Mater or Buck the Tooth Vendor. So extremely hard to get. I'm super excited that they reissued him last year. So yeah, let's dive right into the review here of the package. So I love the art here on the top. You have the banner of the crowd at the Motor Speedway of the South with Mater flying through the air. You have the Mater the Greater logo, Mater the Greater 3-pack right there. You have some stars to fit the whole like red, white, and blue theme. Mater the Greater 3-pack. We have another Mater the Greater picture. I'm happy that they didn't use the same one that's up here. That's nice. On this side, you just have a window. This side, you have the Cars logo. On the back here, you have Mater the Greater, Buck the Tooth Vendor, and Lug. So, no cars in this pack are exclusive or first look. Like usually, if that were the case, there would be a little bubble. I'm sure you guys know this by now from seeing my Fireball Beach 4-pack review or other reviews as well. I love the background as well. It's very fitting, very basic. You have the stunt ramp and the asphalt there. The description reads, Mater says he used to be the world famous Daredevil, Mater the Greater. He and Lightning McQueen attempted the biggest stunt ever, jumping over Carburetor Canyon. Is it a true story or a tall tale? Find out in the extreme action short film, Mater the Greater. I wouldn't say extreme action, that's like John Wick 2 right there, but it definitely was an exciting short. You have Mater the Greater right here again, which is like the same kind of like pull-out metal, I don't know how to explain it, like panel that they used for the actual shorts and the animation and whatnot. Then you also have a picture of Mater posing for the cameras. Collect the best of Cars Toons, and there's a 3-pack, another awesome one, Rescue Squad Mater 3-pack. I reviewed that one exactly like a year ago, a little bit more now. It's been like 370 days since my review of that. Link for it will be in the description below. And yeah, I got that pack because I did not have Rescue Squad Mater. So even though Mater is the star of all these shorts, I did not even get him because they just made them very hard to get back in the day. and then you just have Mater the Greater 3-pack right there. On the bottom, you have all the legal information and whatnot. This pack was not an issue for me to find in stores at all. I found plenty of them. I still do on clearance for like $9. I got 2 originally for the $16 price, one to open, one to keep in the package, and just recently I picked up another at $9 to keep in the package as well, because I just love Mater the Greater, but I actually never found the Rescue Squad Mater 3-pack in a store. Like, I never did, so thankfully I was able to get one from a friend. So I'll be right back with this awesome set opened up. By the way, Rich Guy 66, thanks for the request. I don't know when I would have gotten around to reviewing this set and thereby opening it up, because I don't open anything up unless I review it, because obviously I gotta show you guys the thing, and it's a lot better to do it in a video because it's more fun than just me opening it by myself. But yeah, I should have reviewed this over a year ago. I got it even before the Rescue Squad Mater set, but I just didn't get around to it apparently, so thanks! Now I get to fully experience the features of these diecasts, especially Mater because he is awesome and brand new for me. So let's briefly discuss the shorts. The description on the back of the package sums up pretty well, except for that extreme action part. But yeah, it's a great comedic short. Mater starts telling McQueen the story, a lot of humor within because these stunts, they're pretty silly. Like, instead of jumping over cars, he just rolls over them. It's kind of anticlimactic that way, but it's pretty funny, and I think it's the short that Mattel and Disney capitalized on the most, because I mean, that's pretty much a fact. Look at Cars 3 Driven to Win. Do you see Rescue Squad Mater as a playable character? Do you see Tokyo Mater as a playable character? Do you see Mater the Greater as a playable character? Yes. So they definitely stuck around with him the most, and I think it's a good choice because I like the red, white, and blue. It's really iconic. Just a great overall short, although my favorite short is probably Mater Private Eye, Time Travel Mater, or Tokyo Mater. So yeah, that's the short. It's a very nice one. And as for the releases of all these characters, I talked about Mater already, only in a 4-pack, I do believe. Definitely not as a single or anything like that. But the Tooth Vendor was in a 4-pack and released as a single deluxe. This is Lug here, and now Lug has had a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean 4 previous variations. This is the 5th one, and I didn't even have it because this variation in particular... Okay, don't do that again, RC Cars 5. This variation in particular was only available when there was the Mater the Greater banner in the pack as well. So that was just kind of in 2013, and I believe in 2010 in a 4-pack as well. I still don't have that banner, so that's why this lug is new to me. Here are all the other lugs. You have just kind of the versions that were in single releases and other multi-packs. Like, literally every time they released them, they changed up the expression, and I actually think that's super awesome because it's different. You're getting something new every time. Like, for me, this lug is new. I'm super happy about that because it's not another duplicate for me. This one here on the end is actually an official variation though, because it's the Lug and Nutty with oil cans variation from the end of the short there. So yeah, Nutty on the other hand only got like 3, maybe 4 variations. I think Lug definitely got a lot more, so he's really awesome in my opinion, and we'll start with reviewing him first. I like the expression. It's not quite a smile, but it's definitely not mad or anything. You can see his buck teeth in there. Red plastic stationary forklifts, they do not move. I love the red streaks on the side here. You have blue rims with the star there. Kind of reminds me of the Pixar ball. Here's the base. On the back here you have a red, white, and blue again, of course. I like the blue backing. And on the top here you have his hat. Very, very nice, of course. Everything that was released from this short, with the exception of like 1 or 2 cars a match, the paint scheme of red, white, and blue, which is just absolutely amazing. I mean, even Buck the Tooth Vendor is red, white, and blue as well. So just absolutely awesome with that. Here are the other expressions. So this is probably my favorite expression just because a lot of personality is conveyed. But I do not dislike this one. It's still a nice one to have. It's different, like I said before. This one's slightly different than this one right here. Like the mouth is different primarily. Then we have the most straight up boring expression. Where are even the eyebrows? Just terrible. I mean, they were doing well, but they really dropped the ball with this one. I mean, that just looks creepy. If I saw that without a mouth, just look at that. Look how creepy that is if you don't even see the mouth. Jesus. Come on, Mattel, what are you doing? What were you thinking with that one? The expression for this one is pretty awesome as well. I shouldn't say as well, but in addition to these three, it's pretty awesome. So yeah, that's it for Lug. We'll get rid of all these other ones. I will show Nutty here. Nutty got the tool gun. Lug has never been released with the tool gun before, so I guess he's not allowed to handle it or something. But I think I like Nutty better because there's a lot more to him. I like the expression, very concentrated. The forks are raised. He has the tool gun, so definitely a little bit more effort put into him. Here is Nutty with oil cans. Man, I'm impressed with myself that I was able to keep those oil cans on there while I moved it. I guess they're lodged in there pretty well, so we'll put those off to the side now. I just want to do a little comparison with a couple other pitties. Obviously, he's a different model than Guido, but since Guido is the iconic pitty forklift of the Cars franchise, you gotta compare him. I'm sure you guys probably, if you're a collector, have Guido. Whereas you might not have another pitty that I show, like the RPM pitty here, which is pretty much the same model, but on the back here, see how he has this extra baggage, as I like to say, these outward extruding things, whereas on Lug here, he's smooth all around. So I like that about him. It definitely looks cleaner, but it's nice that they're using different models all the time because this is accurate to the movie. By the way, his name is Petrol Pulaski, so I just said RPM Pitty because it's more recognizable to go off of. Here we have Buck the Tooth Vendor. I love this guy as well. You have just a nice blue finish on his truck. The souvenir banner right there because he is selling souvenirs. He is selling buck teeth and blue and red tow hitches. So there are a couple cars that got these apparently. For example, Mia and Tia. They both got buck teeth because obviously they don't have buck teeth naturally. And red tow hitches. We'll put them in the background. McQueen also apparently got some buck teeth. And the fans that were released for Mater the Greater. This is Bucky Breakdust. He got some buck teeth. And a big fan as well, who I do not have here. That'd be too much stuff on my table because I'm also working on another video right now. And I wasn't able to finish it before I had to record the birthday request. So there's a lot of stuff on my table. Here's what I'm doing, by the way. Can anyone guess what the review is? Can anyone guess it? Let me know if you think you know what it is. Alright, so the license plate for Buck here is 32592. And the text above it, sorry I moved the camera there, reads, oh my gosh, I cannot, oh, it's so close. I cannot read that. Sorry guys, it starts with a B, I can tell you that. Here is the base. The base. And here is the trunk bed there. Nice, nice, nice. Now, there are a lot of comparisons to do with Mr. Buck right here. So get ready, guys. He is the same model as Hank Halsum, pretty much. Now, I say same, but there are slight differences when it comes to his roof here because he needs the holes in the roof for all of those souvenirs. So they're not technically the exact same model, but extremely close. They're based on the same thing. So that's Hank Halsum there. We have Chick Hicks's crew chief here. Don't know an exact name. Now, he also is altered because he has holes for the headsets. Also similar to the RS John Lasseter, but they are actually a little bit more different due to the fact that RS John Lasseter is entirely die-cast metal, whereas Buck is only die-cast going to this portion right here, and then the bed is plastic, and that's the same for Hank and Chick Hicks's crew chief right there. But for RS John, they actually went above and beyond. One of my all-time favorite cars right there. Dexter Hoover is another example. His mouth is a little bit longer, but they can easily exchange those. These two are very similar, of course. And then we have Duff Rex. Now, there may be like another one. For example, the Nightshade and Dinoco Crew Chiefs. I didn't show those because Chick Hicks is like the same thing. Duff, though, is pretty similar as well. They have different grills, though. And I think I might have missed another one, but you guys get the point. I mean, it'd get boring if I just keep showing pickup trucks that are the exact same. Brian Fee Clamp here. I was going to say Brian Fee because I'm so used to saying that. That's who this guy is named after, the director of Cars 3, of course. He's a lot bigger than Buck, but I do want to show him as a comparison because some people might think they're the same, for those who don't have them. And here is JW. JW, another one that's different. He's smaller and a little bit like thinner, kind of like flatter, I guess you could say as well. That model was used for the Bumper Safe Crew Chief and the Cancel Easy Idle Crew Chief. Moving on to the star of the show, you have Mater the Greater. And let's do a side-by-side comparison with the plastic version. So you have pretty much the same expression. It looks like his mouth dips down a little bit lower. Seems like he has a mouth plate, but it's not that noticeable. You can see the cracks on either side right there, but it's not really a big deal because it's not that noticeable. Silver headlights right there. Kind of cool. I love. Now, the main difference I always used to identify between the plastic and metal version that you can always tell right off the bat if you're just looking at pictures on eBay or something. The windows are blue here on the plastic version, less detailed, but they are gray, which is accurate on the diecast here. Just an easy, quick little thing to determine if one is plastic and one is metal. I always used to see them on eBay, and I checked that, and if they were blue, I'd be like, ah, darn it. And if they were metal, or if they were gray, I should say, they'd be pretty expensive. I like the helmets, pretty cool. You have just like the red, white, and blue theme going on there. Another difference is in the back here. It's a little bit more obvious, I guess, but sometimes the sellers don't have good pictures or the lighting's off, so it doesn't look extremely like accurate. But the plastic version has pretty much silver towing cables. The diecast version has metal towing cables. Other than that, though, you have the red like beam, there, and then the blue structure system. You have the sirens up top. Of course, you have the red and white caution banner. And another difference that is pretty noticeable is the lights on the back here. They are white on the plastic version, gray on the diecast. If you get a picture of the base, it's super easy to tell. There are screws used on the plastic version versus rivets on the diecast version. Obviously, because it's metal instead of plastic. Definitely, it's a lot lighter than the diecast version as well. So guys, that is pretty much it for all these cars. Here is just regular Mater. They are extremely different. Like, it's so hard to compare these two. But you can definitely tell it's Mater, alright. Those towing cables never really changed too much. One of my favorite Maters, really. I'm so glad to have this one in my collection. Finally, it's about time. Man, such a sad moment when I realized that I couldn't get the diecast version in like 2011. I was like, wait a second. I want a diecast version. Like when I was a kid, like 9 years old, I was like, alright, the plastic version's alright for me. But as I got older, I'm like, plastic kind of stinks. I want my metal. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Rich Guy 66. Are you a rich guy? Or is your name Rich? Like short for Richard. But I hope you enjoyed the video and it lived up to what you'd hoped it'd be. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. And yeah, this was a great video to make. Such an awesome moment to finally open up this Mater the Greater diecast because it has a lot of nostalgia for me. It's definitely one of my most sought after diecast back when I was younger. And I will see you guys next time for another video. Of course, let me know out of these three which one is your favorite. And a bonus question, which souvenir vendor is your favorite, Brian or Buck? I did not really compare these two, but they are just very different. The pickup truck models are different as well. Brian's wider, you have the souvenir banner there, and just so much more stuff on Brian, which is what makes Brian one of the best diecasts ever. Also makes him one of the rarest diecasts ever as well. Well, actually, what makes him that is the fact that Mattel only released them internationally for some reason. Mattel. But anyways, guys, I will see you next time for another video. Bye now.